We've been talking all morning how empty Union Station is, how it's kind of like a ghost town, and we have a lot of information for people who are trying to get in and out of the city of Chicago through things like Amtrak or Metro. But here to talk about that a little bit is Mark, who's a spokesperson for Amtrak. Mark, thank you so much for being here with us. Let's start with kind of what are the latest updates in terms of Amtrak transportation?
We normally have 55 trains to and from Chicago on a typical day. Today we're having just the trains that started operating yesterday coming in. We're not originating any trains here today and most of tomorrow too because of this very severe temperature. So between our trains being pretty drastically reduced and Metro being on something close to a holiday schedule, you're not seeing a lot of action here in the Great Hall or even down in the concourse because people are taking the advice to stay home, work from home, take the day off, stay with the kids because so many schools are closed, and just hunker down to get through these 2 days.
And if we take a peek over the balcony here, you see that you see a couple people, you see a couple commuters kind of walking around, but who else is here? Because I've seen some of your staff kind of hang out and still have to be here, although we have some trains rescheduled and canceled.
Sure, the folks who work here in the station in customer service are going to be here because there are people who are going to need to rebook and get refunds for service that would have been operating today or tomorrow. So those folks are here, and the folks in our maintenance facility outside in the yard working on trains. It's just not humane to have people run 55 trains a day to and from Chicago when the volumes are going to be down anyway. So we're going to spend today working on the equipment, keeping our people warm, letting them spend very little time outside, just as you've seen John the last hour or two out there.
Nuts.
Yeah, he's pretty deeply bundled up. And you can't do a lot of work on a train when you're that way. So the Postal Service is doing something similar. They're not going to do a lot of outside stuff today in delivery, so it's just not a good time to be outside.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I do want to mention for those who are watching, for our viewers that are heading to the airport, O'Hare has already more than 1,000 flights canceled. Midway is sitting about 343, almost 400 flights in total canceled. So just make sure if you are flying out, look at your ticket, look at your phone, your apps, whatever you have to do to make sure that you are in the know of exactly what's going on with your flight. You would definitely not want to be hanging out at the airport for hours or even show up and then have your flight be canceled in the first place. But I'm live at the Union Station this morning.